In this video, we will start second chapter of the geography, that is globe, latitudes and longitudes. So in this chapter we are going to discuss about globe, latitudes and longitudes. In brief, I will tell you what is the meaning of latitudes and longitudes. Latitudes and longitudes are the imaginary lines which are drawn on the earth's surface. Okay, so why these lines are drawn, and what is the use of longitudes and latitudes and longitudes, we will discuss in this chapter in detail. Okay, I will just show you diagram of the latitudes and longitudes. Okay, how these lines are drawn on earth surface, so that you will get an idea. So let us see the diagram. See, these lines are the latitudes. Okay, so imaginary lines which are drawn like this on the earth's surface are called latitudes. Now let us see the longitudes. See, such lines which are drawn on the earth's surface are called what? Longitudes. Okay, these are the longitudes and these are the latitudes. Okay, so let us discuss. In the previous chapter, you have read that our planet Earth is not a sphere. Okay, in previous chapter I told you that Earth has a geoid shape. Okay, uh, it is slightly flattened at the north pole and south poles and bulge in the middle. Okay, so earth has two poles, north pole and south pole. So earth is flattened. Okay, which is little flat at both the poles, north pole and south pole. Okay, एंड एट द सेंटर विच इज़ बल्ज, मतलब सेंटर में वो थोड़ा फुगा हुआ रहता है. ओके, दिस इज़ द ग्लोब. आई विल टेल यू, सपोज दिस इज़ योर नॉर्थ पोल एंड दिस इज़ योर साउथ पोल. सो एट द बोथ द पोल्स अर्थ इज फ्लैटन. ओके, थोड़ा फ्लैट हुआ रहता है एट द बोथ द पोल्स एंड एट द सेंटर विच इज़ बल्ज. बल्ज मीन्स थोड़ा फुगा हुआ रहता है. ठीक है. After that, can you imagine how it looks? You may look at a globe carefully in your classroom to get an idea. Okay, so if you want to imagine how does Earth look, okay, so then you can just look at the globe which is in your school or classroom. Globes are always kept in schools or classrooms. Okay, so that you can you can look at the globe. What is globe? Globe is a true model. Okay, true model of the earth. Okay, so globe represents the earth which has the same structure. Okay, so globe is a true model which represents the earth planet. See, this is here the globe is shown. Okay, this is the globe. So here in this passage it is just given that globes have different sizes. Okay, some globes are big ones, some globes are small. Okay, like a small pocket globes, some globes are like a balloon. Okay, so here just it is said that how globes are of different sizes. So on the globe, countries, continents, oceans are shown in their correct size. If you see here, see, maps are shown. Okay, so on the globe all information is given in detail. Okay, means uh, continent, oceans which are shown in their correct sizes. Let us discuss further. It is difficult to describe the location of a point on a sphere like the earth. Okay, so it's very difficult to locate any point or any place on the earth's surface. Okay, on the sphere of the earth. So if you want to locate any point or any place on the sphere of the earth or earth surface, then we need certain points or reference lines, certain reference points or some reference lines to find out the location of the places. Okay, So let us discuss further. Here in this passage, we will discuss about the globe which are shown here. Okay, see here the globe is shown, and we will compare it with the earth. Okay, because this globe is a true model of the earth. So see here, the through this uh, globe, one needle is passes. Okay, which is tilted. Okay, so this is the axis of a globe. Okay, so similarly, earth also earth also has a axis which is tilted like this needle, tilted by 23.5 degree. You might know this. Okay, so at the top, this point and this point, these are the poles of the earth. Okay, this top one is the north pole. Okay, and this is the south pole. So like this globe, earth also has the same things: north pole, south pole, and the axis. Okay, which is tilted. So let us discuss here. See here, same thing is given. 2 points on the globe through which needle passes are two poles, north pole and south pole. The globe can be moved around this needle from west to east, just as the earth moves. Okay, so this globe can be moved around this needle from west to east. Okay, so similarly, earth also moves from west to east. Okay, so but remember, this is there is a major difference. So what is the difference? The real earth has no such needle. Okay, real earth has no such a needle. It moves around its axis, and which is an imaginary line. Okay, so real earth has no such a needles we have seen in the globe. Okay, it has the axis, but which is an imaginary line. So let us discuss further. Another imaginary line running on the globe divides it into two equal parts. Okay, so first line we discussed, that earth axis, which is an imaginary line. Which is the second imaginary line on the earth's surface? Another imaginary line running on the globe divides it into two equal parts. Okay, second imaginary line which divides the globe or earth's surface into two equal parts, that line is known as a equator. Okay, the northern half of the earth is known as the northern hemisphere, and southern half of earth or globe is known as a southern hemisphere. Okay, so just remember, second imaginary line which is called as the equator, and which divides the earth into two equal parts. First one is the northern hemisphere, and second one is the southern hemisphere. Okay, so we will discuss here. See, this is the diagram. Okay, this is the sphere. 3D diagram is shown, earth planet. Okay, so this dotted line is the equator. Okay, and it divides the, this is our north pole, this is here at the below, south pole is there. So this equator divides the earth planet, earth into two equal parts. This from equator to north pole, this is the northern hemisphere, and from equator to south pole, which is the southern hemisphere. Okay, here you can see this is your equator. Here I have shown in 2D diagram. Okay, just I have drawn the circle. Here it is here it is a sphere. Okay, 3D diagram. So just imagine this is your earth. Okay, so this central this second imaginary line. Okay, this is your equator, and which divides the earth into two equal parts. Okay, this is northern hemisphere, and this is southern hemisphere. This is your north pole, this is your south pole. Okay, so here it is said that therefore the equator is an imaginary circular line. Equator is an imaginary circular line. Here it is a circular line. Okay, here this is a 2D diagram, that is why it is looking straight. Okay, so equator is an imaginary circular line and is very important reference point to locate the places on the earth. Okay, so equator is an imaginary circular line, reference line, which helps us to locate the different places on the earth. All parallel circles from the equator up to the poles are called parallels of latitudes. All parallel circles from the equator up to the poles are called parallels of latitudes. Okay, let us discuss what is meant by parallels of latitude. See this equator. Now and try to understand, this is the 3D diagram. This is a sphere. Okay, so all these are the circles. Okay, all these are the circles. Okay, this equator is also circle. Okay, all these are the imaginary drawn lines. So all the circles above the equator, okay, up to the north pole, or even from the equator to the south pole, means all these circles are called as parallels of latitudes. Okay, all these circular lines or circles which are called parallels of latitudes. Okay, latitudes are measured in degrees. Okay, all these latitudes are measured in degrees. See here, 20 degree, 40 degree from equator. This latitude is at 20 degree, another latitude is 40 degree, this one is at 60 degree. Same which are at the north side below also from equator. This latitude of parallel of latitude at 20 degree, below that also say likewise. Okay, the equator represents the 0 degree latitude. Okay, here it is given, the equator represents the 0 degree latitude. Okay, so this equator which represents the 0 degree latitude, because which is a reference line. Okay, which is a reference line which represents at the 0 degree latitude, which represents the 0 degree latitude equator. Okay, wait, here it is given, since the distance from the equator to either of the poles in 1/4 is 1/4 of a circle round the earth. Okay, it will measure 1/4 of 360 degree, that is a 90 degree. Okay, so here it is given that since the distance from the equator to the either of the poles, see, distance from the equator to the either of the poles means either north pole or south pole. Okay, so this distance from equator to the north pole, which is 90 degree. Okay, 1/4 of the 360 degree, this is the sphere. Okay, here we will discuss in this 2D diagram, you will understand. This is your 2D diagram of the earth planet. Okay, this circular is earth, this is your equator. Okay, here your north pole and here your south pole. So this distance from north pole to the equator, this is the 90 degree. Okay, this distance I am talking about, this distance from north pole to the equator or from south pole to the equator, this is 90 degree. Okay, means from the equator both poles are at 90 degree latitudes. Okay, from the equator both poles, north pole and south poles, are at 90 degree latitude. See here it is given, thus 90 degrees north latitude marks the north pole, and 90 degrees south latitude marks the south pole. Okay, the latitude which is at the 90 degree of the north, which marks the north latitude. Okay, which marks the north pole, and the latitude which is at the 90 degree of the south, which marks the what, south pole. Okay, as such all parallels north of the equator are called north latitudes. Okay, so all the latitudes which are at the north side of the equator, which are called north latitudes, and all the latitudes which are at the south side of the equator, which are called south latitudes. Okay, so we denote it by the letter N and S, here it is shown. Okay, so now let us discuss further. So here it is given that this part we will discuss. Okay, so on the equator, okay, means at the both side of the equator, this is your equator. Okay, so at the 20 degree of the north from the equator and at the 20 degree of the south from the equator. Okay, so at this both places, which places are located, we will discuss. See here it is given, Chandrapur is situated at 20 degree north latitude. Okay, and here Belo Horizonte is situated at 20 degrees at south latitude, okay, which is shown in figure 2.2. Where is figure 2.2? Okay, here. Okay, so Chandrapur in Maharashtra, which is situated at 20 degree north latitude, and which that place horizontal, Belo Horizonte in Brazil, which is located at 20 degree south. Okay, so both places are parallel to the equator. Chandrapur at the 20 degree north, which is located at 20 degree north latitude, and Belo Horizonte, which is in Brazil, which is located at the 20 degrees south from the equator. Both the places are parallel to the equator. Okay, situated in Brazil. Yes, it is in. Wait a second. Yes, Horizonte, Belo Horizonte in Brazil. Okay, so one more important point we will discuss. From figure, we see in figure 2.2 that as we move away from the equator, the size of the parallels of latitude decreases. Okay, so as we move away from the equator, the size of the parallels of latitude decreases. Okay, see, this is your equator, and as we move away from the equator, the size of the parallels of latitude decreases. See, this is the bigger, this is the little smaller, this is little smaller. Okay, so as we move away from the equator, the size of the parallels of latitude decreases. Okay, just remember this point. Okay, now we will discuss the important parallels of latitudes. Okay, this is very important. Now we will discuss the four different parallels of latitude, which are very important. See, here it is given besides the equator, which is at 0 degree, the north pole at 90 degree north. Okay, and the south pole, which is at 90 degrees south. Okay, so there are four important parallels of latitude. So let us discuss. What I will do, I will discuss it from this diagram. Okay, same explanation is given here. Okay, so see, which are the four important latitudes. See, first one is Tropic of Cancer, which is at the 23.5 degree in the north. Second one is the Tropic of Capricorn, okay, which is at the 23.5 degree in south. Okay, both these are the parallel and at the equal distance from the equator. Okay, see, this is also located at 23.5 degree in the north, and this is also at 23.5 in south. Okay, so Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So these are the two parallels of latitudes. Now we will discuss other. See, now at 66.5 degree in the north side, Arctic Circle. This is the third parallel of latitude, and same at 66.5 degree in the south, Antarctic Circle. Okay, this one is the another parallel of latitude. Both Antarctic Circle and which one, Arctic Circle, both are located at 66.5 degree only, but Arctic Circle at north side and Antarctic Circle at southern side. Okay, so these are the four parallels of latitudes. Okay, see, here it is also same thing is given. Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree in the northern hemisphere. Okay, which is in the northern hemisphere, and Tropic of Capricorn, which is, this is the Tropic of Capricorn, which is in the southern hemisphere. Okay, and Arctic Circle at 66 degree, which is at the north of the equator, means in northern hemisphere. Okay, see, this is the Arctic Circle, which is in northern hemisphere at 66 degree and half, and Antarctic Circle, which is at 66.5 degrees south in the southern hemisphere. Okay, now let us discuss the next point. Now here we will discuss the three zones of the earth. Okay, three heat zone, not zones only, three heat zones. Three heat zones of the earth. We will discuss the three important heat zones of the earth, which are very important exam point of view as well. Okay, so which are the three heat zones of the earth? torrid zone. Okay, first one is the torrid zone. After that, temperate zone. Okay, and third one is the frigid zone. Okay, frigid zone. So let us discuss one by one. Okay, so see here it is shown given that what is meant by torrid zone. In midday, sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all latitudes in between Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, this area therefore receives the maximum heat and is called the torrid zone. Okay, so what is meant by torrid zone? Torrid zone means what? The midday sun. Midday sun means noon sun. Sun which is at the afternoon. Okay, midday sun means noon. Okay, which is exactly at overhead. Okay, sun, midday sun which comes at the exactly at which is at the overhead at least once in a year, at least once in a year. Okay, where on the all latitudes which are in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, so all the latitudes in between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, where midday sun exactly at the overhead. Okay, midday sun is exactly overhead and at least once in a year. Okay, so that is why that region, that area receives maximum heat and it's called the torrid zone. Okay, so we will discuss in this diagram. See, this is your Tropic of Cancer and this is your Tropic of Capricorn. Both are situated at 23 and half degree. In one is in northern hemisphere and one is in southern hemisphere. Okay, so all the latitudes in between these two lines, two parallel latitudes. Okay, so hold this zone, this is called the torrid zone. Okay, so all the latitudes in between this Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, where midday sun is exactly overhead. Okay, and that is why which this region receives a extreme heat, lot of heat, sun heat. Okay, which receives extreme heat. Okay, so this whole region is called as the torrid zone. Okay, understood? Now let us discuss here. Now we will discuss this diagram. See, this is the torch. Okay, and this circular portion, this portion is your torrid zone. Okay, means in between all the latitudes between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, so these are the sun rays. All these sun rays are exactly perpendicular, okay, to this region. That is why this region receives a lot of heat. Sun rays are at perpendicular. Sun rays are perpendicular to this region. That is why this region receives lot of heat, extreme heat, and hence it is called the what? Torrid zone. Okay, here explanation is given. Torch light falling on a straight surface is bright and covers a smaller area. Okay, so that is the torrid zone. Now let us discuss the next type of zone, that is a temperate zone. The midday sun never shines overhead on any latitude beyond the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, so here I will show you from the diagram. Here it is said that midday sun means afternoon sun, which never at the overhead from where? From Tropic of Cancer, from Tropic of Cancer to the North Pole. Okay, from whole this area, and from Tropic of Capricorn, whole this area. Okay, so here in this region, so all the latitudes in this region. Okay, in this region, so where midday sun never at the overhead. Okay, midday sun is never at the overhead. Okay, hold this region and hold this region. Okay, so let us discuss. Okay, which midday sun never shines at the overhead. Here see, the angle of the sun's rays goes on decreasing towards the poles. Okay, here we have discussed that which is sun rays angle is perpendicular, but here in this case the angle is decreasing, which is not exactly 90 degree or perpendicular. Okay, the angle of the sun's rays goes on decreasing towards the poles. Okay, as it goes towards this pole it decreases. Okay, the areas bounded by the such areas as such the areas bounded by the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in northern hemisphere. Okay, and the Tropic of area which is bounded by Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere have moderate temperatures. Okay, these are therefore called temperate zones. Okay, so that area receives the moderate temperature, medium temperature, that is why which is called the temperate zone. Now from diagram I will show you. Okay, which is the temperate zone, which receives the temperate moderate temperature. Okay, tropic, here it is said that Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the north. See, Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle. Okay, this region north temperate zone. Okay, this is the temperate zone in the north side. Okay, only from Tropic of Cancer up to the Arctic Circle, this whole region is the temperate zone, north temperate zone, and which receives very moderate temperature. Similarly in southern hemisphere, Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle, whole this region, here it is the temperature is moderate. Okay, and this is the what, this is called as the southern temperate zone. This is also the temperate zone. Understood? See, this is your torrid zone. Here the temperature is very high. Okay, it receives maximum heat, extreme heat, and here this region is the temperate zone. This is your torrid zone and this is your temperate zone. Here the temperature is very moderate, and this is called the temperate zone. Okay, understood? So we have learned torrid zone and temperate zone. Now last one is the frigid zone. Now I will explain frigid zone here only. See, frigid zone means what? From the Antarctic Circle up to the South Pole. Okay, from the Antarctic Circle up to the South Pole. Okay, this is the frigid zone. Okay, here the temperature is very less, here it is very cold weather is there, that is why this is called the frigid zone. Similarly here also, from the Arctic Circle to the North Pole, here the temperature is very less, or you can say here it is very cold, that is why it is called the frigid zone. Okay, just understand, in this torrid zone the sun rays are perpendicular. Okay, which is exactly at 90 degree, but from this up to this, here the sun rays are at sun rays angles are decreases. Okay, and here it is sun rays angles are slanting, means at inclining. Okay, so here this is very less heat. Okay, so here it is very cold. Okay, here is the temperature is moderate, here it is very cold, and here heat is extreme heat or maximum temperature. Okay, so torrid zone, temperate zone, and frigid zone. Understood? Similarly here also. So these are the three kinds of zones we have learned. Okay, see, here it is given that its rays are always slanting means inclining. Okay, provides less heat in the frigid zones, very cold, frigid zone is very cold. Okay, so what we will do, we will stop here. In our next video we will start the longitude, what are the longitudes. Okay, so we will stop here. Bye, have a great day.